पाना न कुछ खोना. Who asked you live at zero complete level? मौज में रहो, be happy.
Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Why we should study Bhagavad-Gita? Is it necessary? We have not studied it for so many years in our life. Did it make any difference? No. So why study Gita? If we are becoming little sensitive in our life, then a pause comes in life. Parikshalokan karmachitan brahmanaha nirvedamayat. We have lived through childhood, teenage, then bachelor life, married life, then we became parents, and thus we have come at the middle of our age. Middle age for the ladies is 45 to 52. Middle age for the gents is 48 to 58. At this age, all the real problems of life begin. And then, I don't know, Swamiji. So those who are liquid spiritualists, they don't come here. See? Those who do not have the guts to go and destroy themselves, then they go to for satsanga. See? And there we are not listening. We are constantly objecting. Therefore, it is necessary that we must have a pause in life. See? Like there is a sign, stop. So what does it mean? I don't know, here in US, when the stop sign is there, if you don't stop your car 100%, it should come to a complete halt and then start. If you don't do that, you get a ticket. In the same manner, in our life also, we have to have a stop. Parikshalokan karmachitan. What we have done till date in our life. See? And if we properly, sincerely evaluate our own life, we will come to know we have just lived without any attainment in life. Getting married, having children, and children getting grown up, getting the same. So, wahi tamako, wahi chuna. What is great in that? See? Kathopanishad, sasyamiva pratyaha pachyate sasyamiva jayate punaha. Like the grass we grow, like the grass we perish. See? And then something happens in our life. See? And then we start re-evaluating our life. See, friends? And that depends on how sensitive we are. See? Tulsidas Ji Maharaj, you know, the one who wrote Ramcharitmanas. He was born, and at that very moment his mother died. Thereafter, he was taken care of by some Mahatma in a ashram. And throughout his life, he lived only among men. No woman came in his life. No mother, no grandmother, no sister, nobody. Only men, men, men. And during that period, he studied a lot because he was in the ashram. And he studied Valmiki Ramayana 108 times. Very bright, extremely intelligent. And then he used to conduct satsang. So in one of the satsang, one man, he found that he is a good boy for his daughter. People don't go for satsang for any other purpose. And then she was proposed to him. And he got married. For the first time in his lifetime, he came in contact with a woman, that too as a wife. See. And then he was so infatuated, mad after her. So, one day, this happened in Varanasi. One day it was raining in cats and dogs, and it was such a horrible time. And he came from his satsang and he found his wife is not at home. So he became mad. Where she is? She must have gone to her father's place, because the same place. In that heavy rains, he went out and the Ganges were flooding and some dead body was floating. He took that as a boat and crossed the distance and then went on a tree, climbed it, and like a Hindi cinema hero, he jumped into her house. Tumhare liye aaya hu. She felt so disgusted. She said, "You have not done any sin, come quickly." So, she was so disgusted, she said, "Are you not ashamed?" Be attentive. Are you not ashamed? For this dirty body made of bones, muscles, filth inside, you have become so mad? If you become that much mad for Bhagwan Rama, he will reveal to you. This was said by his wife to the husband. Immediately he returned back. And out of an ordinary pravachanankar, he became Tulsidas Ji Maharaj. See? Now he became Tulsidas. What do we become? Devdas. Start drinking, smoking, drugs. And we claim that we are walking the spiritual path. Friends, the real test of our driving comes not when you get a license, but when you drive in Ahmedabad. In Ahmedabad, the auto rickshaw fellows, they don't indicate the direction by hand or signal. They take out their leg. On that also there is a question. See, people ask us any kind of question. Swamiji, why these people do like this thing? I say, you ask them. No, you know everything. I say, maybe it is their last life's samskar. If you want to be happy like this 24/7, you must study Bhagavad-Gita. See, after having studied Bhagavad-Gita, you lose your right to be miserable. See, friends. Now, what is that what is told in Bhagavad-Gita? See, trying to understand Bhagavad-Gita without reference to Mahabharata will be an incomplete approach. So, Bhagavad-Gita is not an independent book, it is a part of Mahabharata. And then Mahabharata is every day happening in our house. See? Dharma Kshetre, Kuru Kshetre, Samavita, every day it is happening. See? And what is that Mahabharata in our house, Dharma Kshetre, Kuru Kshetre? First verse of Bhagavad-Gita. Dhritarashtra Uvacha. Dhritarashtra is born blind. Who is blind? Who cannot see. Is blind. If somebody is sleeping, you can wake him up. If somebody is pretending that he is sleeping, you cannot wake him up. We are that type of Dhritarashtra. See? And then what starts? Mamaka Pandavaschaiva Kima Kurvata Sanjaya. See friends, all the problems begin in our life because of two factors. One is possession, second is relations. My children and Pandu's children, what they were doing on the battlefield, is it a question? See? Now I'll tell you still deeper. Bhagavad-Gita was told by Bhagavan Sri Krishna to Arjun before the war began. But the Bhagavad-Gita which comes to us as narrated by Sanjay to Dhritarashtra, that was told to Dhritarashtra by Sanjay on the 10th day of the war. Not in the beginning of the war. See? And therefore his question was, because what happened on the 10th day, a very vital event happened. It happened in our life also. Very vital event happened. And that day, Bhishmacharya fell to the arrows of Arjuna, which was an impossibility. See? I can't expect he can do like this thing to me. Impossibility. I am telling you, mid-life crisis. Mahabharata and this Bhagavad-Gita was in the center of Mahabharata. Our life is a Mahabharata. See? And then he asked this question. With a view to fight the war, what they have done on the battlefield, this is the redundant question. It cannot be the question. Then what is the question? The question was, actually, if you analyze properly, because Sanjay told in the 11th chapter to Dhritarashtra, the Vishwarupa Darshan of Bhagavan. Had he known that before the war began, and what was showed in that Vishwarupa Darshan, all the great warriors, Bhishmacharya, Dronacharya, all of them entered in the mouth of the Vishwarupa and they were eaten. So had it been known to, think, had it been known to Dhritarashtra before the war begins, he would never have continued the war. But what happened? This was told in the beginning of the war, but was revealed to Dhritarashtra on the 10th day. So he can't do anything now. It's already happening. And yet he had that arrogance. No, Bhishmacharya is with me. Nobody can defeat him. He is invincible. And when Bhishmacharya fell to the arrows of Arjuna, then his question was not what happened. What happened? How come it happened? It was a surprise. It was not a question. See, Mamaka Pandava Shaiva Kim Akurvata Sanjay. What happened? How can it ever happen? Bhishmacharya he fell to the arrows of Arjuna, impossible. And then Sanjay tells what happened before the war began. See, Sanjay Uvacha, Društva tu Pandavanekam Vyudam Duryodhanastata Acharyam Upasangamya Raja Vachanam Abravit. See, Then Sanjay is telling, on the first day before the war began, your son, Duryodhana, he went to Dronacharya, Bhishmacharya and told them. See? So, then what happened? Then Arjuna came on the battlefield and he told Bhagwan Krishna, Senayor Ubhayor Madhya Ratham Sthapaya Mechyuta. Take my chariot between the two armies and Kairmaya Saha Yodhavyam Asmin Rana Samudyame. Let me see with whom I had to fight. Be attentive. Arjuna had two qualities which we all have. First, the intoxication of success. Friends, failures we can digest. Perpetual success to digest is very difficult. See? One of the name of Arjuna was Vijay. He never faced any defeat in his life. All the wars that he fought, he was never defeated. See? And therefore he had that arrogance. Let me see to whom we have to fight and how they dare can fight with me, the Arjuna. Arrogance of success. See? And second thing, bitterness. He had bitterness toward the Kauravas. See? Dhartarashtra Durbuddhi. Dhritarashtra's children, they are Durbuddhi. They are very bad in their thinking process. When these two things were observed, that is the right time for the Bhagavad-Gita to come in our life. And how it comes? Bhagavan Krishna tells Arjuna, yes boss, I'll take your chariot between two armies. Now he had an option where to take the chariot. Imagine for the sake of understanding. Had Bhagwan Krishna taken Arjuna's chariot in front of Duryodhan Dushasan, will ever Arjuna ask any question? See? But what Bhagwan did? He played a trick. Bhishma Drona Pramukataha Sarvesham cha Mahikshitam Uvacha Partha Pashyatam Samavetan Kuruniti. Of all the warriors on the battlefield, Sarvesham cha Mahikshitam, leaving all of them aside, he took the chariot in front of Bhishmacharya, Dronacharya. Who were they? Bhishmacharya, the grandfather, Dronacharya, the guru. After having taken, then Bhagavan Krishna gives a chabi. You have to fight with your own people. He clearly tells, see, Pashya etan kurun partha. As much Kauravas were Kauravas, Pandavas were also Kauravas. They belonged to the same clan. See? And when Arjuna saw the realities of life, he became absolutely nonplussed. See? And what a perpetually successful but a frustrated man does, exactly that's what Arjuna did. A successful man always first makes the decisions and then think. A wise man first thinks and then takes the decision. So Arjuna has taken decision. Etan hantumichami gnatopi madhusudana api trailokya rajasya kim no mahikrute. I don't want to kill them, because he tells his own mental condition. सीदंति मम गात्राणि मुखम च परिशिष्यति वेपतुश्च शरीरे मे रोमहर्षश्च जायते गांडीवं स्रंसते हस्तात् त्वक्चैव परिदह्यते न च शक्नोम्यवस्थातुं भ्रमतीव च मे मनः. I am completely paralyzed. I just can't think properly. If you can't think properly, don't make decisions. There are three conditions of the mind where we should be very, very careful. Condition number one, when you are happy, don't promise anything to anybody. See, when you are angry, do not discuss anything with anybody. See, and when you are confused, like Arjuna was, never make any decisions. Arjuna did all the three. He has taken a decision. Etan hantum ichchami. Now we go further. Like the lawyers or liars, whatever you call them. I have committed some crime. Then to protect myself, I go to the lawyer and tell the lawyer, I have done this thing, you have to protect me. So what is the approach of the lawyer? My client is innocent. He has made a decision. Thereafter he will start thinking. Now his thinking will be in support of his own decision or against his own decision. Think. Exactly the same way. Arjuna has taken decision. Etan hantum ichchami. I don't desire to kill them. After taking decision, then he starts thinking. And what is the thinking? He starts talking philosophy and wisdom. And before whom? Before Bhagavan Sri Krishna. What he knows? A cowherd boy, what he knows? And he starts telling so many things. See, thank God I remembered we should not fight this war. What a terrible calamity would have come. Wow, 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 wow. And when all these things were going on, Bhagavan Krishna was having a chewing gum in his mouth and smiling away. And what was his reason of smile? A homeopathy medicine. Lag gaya. You know, in homeopathy medicine, when the disease becomes aggravated, it is the right medicine. See? And then he finally makes a final statement that he has dropped everything, and then Vishidantam, he became miserable, frustrated, got down from the chariot and kept quiet. Now to such a Arjuna, don't see Arjuna everywhere, it is in every one of us. Don't see. And then, how Bhagavan Krishna dealt with? I had a friend, he was a liquid spiritualist. So, once he was drunk and lying in a gutter. So, when I was coming, I saw him. I felt so bad. So, I caught hold of his necktie and pulled him out of the gutter. Necktie is only for that purpose, for fishing him out. Otherwise, necktie cannot be used for any purpose. Neither you can wipe your nose, nor you can wipe your face. You can't do nothing. Only when you fall gutter, you fish. The fishing net. So I pulled him out. And after I pulled him out, will I talk to him since? My dear friend, you belong to such a great community. You belong to such a great culture. You are a student of so many scriptures. Everybody looks upon you, and therefore you should not drink. What he will say? Will he listen to the wisdom? Then, khagahi jane khagaki bhasha. Then we have to talk to him in the language that he understands. So what I did, I gave him one hard kaske. What happened? See? Then I put him in a taxi and sent him to his house. Exactly the same way. Bhagavan Krishna did the same thing. Klaibhyam asmagama partha na etatvai upapadyate kshudram hruday daurbalyam tyaktotishta parantapa. Imagine for a warrior on the battlefield to address him, you important fellow. Imagine. Klibata means lack of inspiration. A person who is not inspired in life, he is an utter failure. Inspiration comes from within. From outside it comes, it is a motivation. See? There was one, what you call that, cartoon competition, and you have to label them. So there are so many. In one of the camps we had nice cartoons. The children have drawn them, and one I selected. I said, now you have to give a label to this thing. And the cartoon was very simple. There was one post, bus stop, and there was one fat lady standing there. Cartoon. Label it. Now what to label here? But there was one genius. He wrote, motivating. And I selected that label. That I hugged that child. I said, Yaar, you are a genius. Motivating. Motivating comes from outside. Inspiration comes from within. There are many tube lights. Slowly they are catching. See, friends. Therefore, an inspired person never goes the wrong way. Because he is dedicated to something higher in life. See? Another example. I gave this example number of times. It's a very perfect example. This happened in Ahmedabad, and after my talk, big crowd, and I was coming down the stage. One youngster came with his helmet in his hand. Swamiji, I got a question. I said, get down. Let me get down first. Not on the way. He came. What is wrong if I run after girls? I said, nothing wrong. Run. This is your age. If you want a company, I am free. Go together. He became so frustrated. He expected, I will start telling, no beta, you should not run after girls. You should run after buffaloes, you know. Bhagavan Krishna ran after cows. You are a Kali Yuga, therefore run after buffaloes. No. He got so frustrated. You don't understand. I said, you make me understand. No, that is not the thing. Then what is the thing? I don't know how to tell you. I said, my dear, you do not know your own problem. Then I told him, I said, your problem is, when you want to study, your mind is not available to you. When you want to do something, you are not available to you. And therefore you are frustrated. Is it not? Yes. Then I told him. I said, because you belong to that cult and culture, so I'll give similar example. You must have seen there are some human beings, ladies, they are born as human beings, but they want to walk like a cat. See? On that fashion parade, it's a catwalk, isn't it? Now what is a catwalk? They put their steps in front of each other. Now any one of you from here cannot go there. Because you require a figure. 36, 24, 36. Our figures are 62, 62. A drum can roll, can't walk. Now, to bring that proportion, how much they have to sacrifice? They don't eat food. They calculate calories. They do exercise. Then they become fit to go there. So for achieving anything in life, you must be dedicated for that particular thing. And if your goal is higher than the highest, worldly temptations cannot attract you. See? Why the worldly things? Drinks, drugs, smoking, and all kinds of things. Why they attract us? Because we don't have higher vision in life. See? Puneri Lok. What is the goal of a Puneri person? In their language, I tell you. सुबह में साध्या भातावर फोडणीचं वरण, शाम को फोडणीच्या भातावर साधं वरण. अरे दरिद्री. There is much more in life. Eating, eating, eating. See? So if we recognize some higher purpose in our life, see, then the worldly temptations cannot attract you. See, friends. Oh, then what is our, what should be our goal in life? One, you are at peace with yourself, and thereby you are at peace with everyone around you. I am not bringing God factor over here. We have to be at peace. When we are at peace, we will never misunderstand the other person. See? When we are at war with ourselves, we will always misunderstand somebody. See? The other day, one girl came and she said, Swamiji, you came for my marriage and all that. I said, I'm sorry. Because of that, something happened. See? And the problems are, Swamiji, I think, he is wanting to separate from me. And then, he is doing like that. And he is not talking properly to me. I think he wants separation. Did he tell you that he wants separation? No. Why do you think? No, I think. See, friends, as much we are tortured by our mind, nobody tortures us. The reason is we have not sought something higher in life. See, friends, the highest spiritual practice is you are not a victim of your own weaknesses. You are not a impotent like Arjuna. See? No. Amritasya putraha, Upanishad says. See, friends. Otherwise, what happens? This portion also I have told number of times. In the old age, these two things kill a human being. All the regrets of the wrong commissions and right omissions. Then, in the old age, you have got to live 24 hours a day. And there is nobody around you. And then, jaun to jaun kahan. Then, dhumrapanam, shatagodanam, ek kash ganga snanam. Is anybody born with the cigarette in the mouth and a lighter in the hand? Where from it comes? I had a friend. He was a great smoker. He came and met me on airport, daytime. Elderly man, must be about 80 plus. So he says, Swamiji, good news. I said, what is the news? I have given up smoking. I did not say congratulations to him. I said, you told me, now you answer my question. You enjoyed smoking? Yes. Now you have given up smoking? Yes. Both are happinesses? Yes. Now compare these two happinesses. When you are indulging in smoking, you are happy. Now you have given up smoking, you are happy. Which is a quality happiness? Earlier was not happiness. Earlier was a slavery. We are the slaves of our mind. Why? Because we have not learned in our life the art of right thinking. Neither our parents teach us how to think. They themselves don't know. Nor the teachers teach us how to think. Nor when we go to satsang, they teach us how to think. Bakra aaya, chada laga. See, friends, all the problems are born because of wrong thinking, and all the problems need not be solved, they get dissolved. See, there is one lady, elderly, her two children were due to get married, and the same thing in a middle-age crisis. And then she came and told me, Swamiji, I have decided to divorce my husband. I said, why do you tell me? I know business. You divorce or get married 5-6 times, who cares? But I am getting divorced, I get divorced. She thought, I will tell her, no beta, I should not get divorced. You have destroyed one person, don't destroy one more. But I didn't say that. Then she said, Swamiji, don't make fool of me. I said, there is no need, Mama. You are self-sufficient. Self-sufficient. One day I want your advice. I said, look here. Who have come to me, you or your husband? I have come. Then to whom I am talking to you. Am I talking to your husband? No. So, what should I talk to you? To help you or to make you more miserable? Of course, help me. Now, I can help you only by proper thinking. Remember, my friends, if you know the art of thinking, there is no problem which demands any counseling, going to the counselor, and they are only, they have to report so many divorces made, $500 mil gaye. See, don't go into that. Bhagavad-Gita gives everything. See, then I told her, I said, do you know what you are doing? You are changing the problem. Now you are taking your married life as a problem. Then you will separate, you are divorced. Then you will be labeled as a divorcee in the society. And what about your children's marriage? They are due to get married. And then they will be labeled children of a broken family. Did you think about it? But Swamiji, I said, don't talk to me. I am not here to discuss anything. Yatechasi tatha kuru. Decision is yours. I have given you an approach. Friends, look at the life in its totality. See? If you take any picture, imagine this backdrop is a huge picture. And that too, it is oil painting. Because you are in the house, you go very near to that oil painting, maybe 2 inches, and look at the poster. Will you be able to see the beauty of that picture? On the contrary, it will look very ugly. Any oil paint picture, you go nearer, it has no beauty at all. Or the other extreme, you go far away, 2 miles, and from there you look at it. Will you be able to see that properly? Then what is the right thing? Look at the world from a proper distance. Don't go too close. Don't run away from the challenges of life. Arjuna had that problem. He was looking at the war situation too close. So what was his problem? His problem was not war. His problem was not killing. His problem was not Guru or the grandfather. The problem was, how can I kill my Guru and how can I kill my grandfather? If it is your Guru and your grandfather, I have no problem. So where is the problem? See, friends, problem is only in wrong thinking. Therefore, I told you, you have been listening. Swamiji is taking care of you. Listening Bhagavad-Gita for so many years, you have lost your right to be miserable in life. See, Amrutasya Putraha. See, friends. And the most important thing, we have to make decisions in our life. Don't go and ask, Swamiji, what should I do? You decide. No wise man will take decision for others. But we, the otherwise, we take decision even for God. God, you should not order like that. Right? Therefore, he doesn't listen to us. He knows, he Indian hai, decision leke aayega. See, friends, the more we understand this, and thereafter, so many things were told in Bhagavad-Gita. See, how many yogas are told in Bhagavad-Gita? 18 yogas. What is the first yoga? Iti Srimad Bhagavad Gita Su Upanishadsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Sri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Arjuna Vishada Yogo Nama Tragedy Yoga. That tragedy, because of which the direction of our life turns from the dog word to the God word. That tragedy is the yoga. See? ये वही दर्द दिल है जो उनको पाता है. भगवान भला करे उनका जो दिल दुखाता है. देखो महाराज, every problem of our life is a reminder. Hey, you are going the wrong way. Change your direction. You are going dogward. Go Godward. See? Those who are having the dog 24 around them, you see how fragrance comes from their body. And those who are going to the temple, agarbatti, fool, see what a fragrance comes. Whether our life is emitting fragrance or stink, whom we are seeking, God or dog? Seeking dog means getting lost in this world by wrong understanding. See, friends, then every difficulty in our life, take it as prasad. See? It's very important. Instead of becoming a Devadas, become Tulsidas. But how to become Tulsidas? Plant Tulsi, plant. Life is a celebration. You are calibrating. See? Those who are calibrating, they can never be happy. There was one middle class person, he got some kind of bonus or big amount. Then he thought, I'll take all of them for a nice treat in a hotel. So the two children, a wife and him, they decided. And the children were surprised. This man is spending money. So they went to a big hotel. And then the waiter came and gave everybody a menu. Nobody will touch it. I will order for all of you. And he took the menu and he was not reading the name of the item, but seeing the cost. And then he said, 78.4. So the children were very happy. Now we are getting everybody separately. 4 of them got 4 Bisleri bottles. Cheapest. See, friends, life is a celebration. Don't become miserable over small issues. You tell me, among all of us, who is miserable because we could not become the President of United States? Nobody. We are miserable. He didn't give me tea in the morning. Every day I had to give. Arre, daridri, utho. Third class people's misery is also third class. Bhagwan Ramakrishna Paramahansa used to cry because today also mother did not talk to me. See. And we cry, my husband doesn't talk to me. Well, thank God. Dur rakho. Friends, that day also I told you, in any married couple, they are together never because of love. The love dries away very fast. It is a volatile affair. People can stay together only because of understanding, wisdom, sacrifice. Not because of love. Remove that dirty word from your head. I love you. You are writing, love you. I marako. See, friends, after studying Bhagavad-Gita, you lose your right to be miserable. And then this is the first chapter, Arjuna Vishada Yogo Nam. Thereafter, so many yogas were told. Karma Yoga, then Ashtanga Yoga, and then Jnana Yoga. See. Now what is the Karma Yoga? Karma Yoga is, let us be an instrument of expression of joy and happiness through every expression of life. So we express through body, speech and mind. Whatever you are doing, do it happily. Every day, I had to pray. In that house, everybody gets constipation. Because the one who is cooking is not cooking happily. See, friends, anything we do, do it happily. Your whole attitude towards life will change. See, when we talk to somebody, talk happily. See. Otherwise, many times, we become sarcastic, we become bitter. No. Similarly, if you are thinking, think positively and think happily. See? And once the happiness becomes the foundation of your life, you can never be destructive. See, all these terrorists come. Are they happy? They are bitter inside. Therefore, they are destructive. See, can you imagine a boy goes to his girlfriend and tells, honey, darling, today I am so happy, I don't know how to tell you, I'm so happy. So she is also happy. Really, you are happy? What did you bring for me? I have brought a knife. I want to cut into small pieces. A happy person is not destructive. See, that is Karma Yoga according to Bhagavad-Gita. Karmanye vadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. See, when you do something happily, you remain inspired. When you do something happily, you are relaxed. When you do anything happily, you do not have the burden of achievement or the regrets of failure, because you did not do it to get anything, but you did everything to express happiness. That's it. See, like I am talking to you happily. Now whether you understand or not, who cares? I am happy myself. But Swamiji, you are miserable. That's your problem, not my problem. Take this approach in life. See, that is the Karma Yoga. Then come the Ashtanga Yoga. See, Ashtanga Yoga is not sit in a particular frustrated posture. No. Ashtanga Yogi is very simple. Atmaupamena sarvatra samam pashyati orjuna sukham va yadi va dukkham sa yogi paramo mata. A good student of Gita will never misunderstand others. Never misunderstand. Because when I am happy, I want to celebrate my happiness by sharing with others. See? And when I am miserable, that time I expect somebody should come and give me a word of consolation and help me. In the same manner, when we are happy in the happiness of others, we are following yoga according to Bhagavad-Gita. See? And second thing, when somebody is miserable, we don't have to become miserable. Then help him to come out of the misery by proper approach. That is the yoga. And the definition of yoga according to Bhagavan Sri Krishna is Tam vidya dukkha sanyoga viyogam yoga sannitam. When the miseries come in our life, we refuse to become miserable. How simple it is. On this, in Delhi, one lady came after the lecture and virtually wanted to catch my collar. Therefore, I don't have collar to my shirt. See? What is this for you? All the time you tell, don't be miserable, don't be miserable. Get married and show, don't be miserable. So what she was doing? Justifying being miserable. Don't justify you are miserable. Tam vidya dukkha sanyoga viyogam yoga sannitam. And how to do that? Sanishchena yoktavya. Refuse to be miserable, may what happen. See, friends, then we are practicing Bhagavad-Gita. See? And then we come to the path of devotion, upasana. What is upasana? Yad yad karma karomi tattadakilam shambho tavaradhana. This is what Bhagavan says. Yat karoshi, yadashnasi, yad juhosi, dadasi, yat tapashyasi kaunte, yat tat kurusho madarpanam. Let everything be done for him. See, when we are doing the puja for Bhagavan in our house, we first of all give them bath. If you are giving, give them bath. Do we take water? Get that toilet mein hoga wahan se le aana. No. Then we want to dry them. Towel, the pocha hoga na le poches. No. Then we have to give Naivedya. Whenever yesterday that sandwich, Chotu had left it in the fridge, bring it. When we are offering anything to the Lord, it is the best. In the same manner, let every expression of our life be the best. See? Yat karoshi. Do it in such a neat and perfect way that we must find fulfillment in what we do. See? This I learned from one old carpenter. And this is one important point I'll tell you. Our life is a perpetual school where we have to learn from every experience of our life. If you take this as a message of Bhagavad-Gita, learn from every experience of your life. So with every additional experience, you will grow wise. And if you don't learn, you will grow old and otherwise. See, so what I learned, where I learned. There was one carpenter in Delhi, it happened. And he was supposed to do some repair work. And I said, hey, how many days it will take? He said, 3 days mein ho jayega. I said, all. 3 days over, 4 days over, 5 days over. I said, hey, what happened to you 3 days? Finish it quickly. He put down everything. He said, Babaji, listen. Unless I am satisfied with my performance, will you be satisfied? What a great message. Are we happy with our performance in this world? Don't ask others. And you can be happy only if you have no regrets. you are at peace. See? Then we are practicing the devotion. See? Yat karoshi, yadashnasi, yat juhosi, dadasi, yat. Every expression must be done cheerfully and happily. That is the path of devotion. And ultimately the path of knowledge. See? While coming, I was telling Swamiji Maharaj, this also I learned. One girl came to meet me in Mumbai, and she said, Swamiji, my mother has asked me to go and talk to you. I said, talk. Then she said, my mother did not allow me to attend a function which is in our house. So I kept quiet. Story is not complete. Why she did not allow me? I said, you ask her. How do I know? No, she told me that you cannot attend this function because this is made only for the married girls. Then, Swamiji, you know I am a divorcee. I said, yes, I know you are a divorcee. Therefore, she said, you cannot attend. It is only for the married girls. Now the question is, a divorced lady is a widow or not a widow? Who died? Husband died, wife died. And who is miserable? Husband and wife. Where are they? Nowhere. These non-existing entities are making us miserable. Bhagavad Sri Krishna says in Bhagavad-Gita, Vimudha nanu pashyanti jnana chakshasha. See, we are so dull-witted. Nanu pashyanti. They are not able to understand this. What we have to understand, according to Bhagavad-Gita, wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are, be 100%. But how to do that? Karnataka. Where was Arjun? He was on the battlefield. When? At the time of the war. What he should have been? A warrior or a grandson or a disciple or a brother. So what is the purpose of studying Bhagavad Gita? Remember this much. Who you are at a given period of time. See? If you are in front of your parents, elderly, grandparents, don't argue. Respect them. Giving respect to elders is beneficial for us, not for them. When we respect and revere somebody, that somebody is not benefited. The one who is extending the respect, he is benefited. See, friends, by that respect and reverence, our mind remains at peace and cool. Elders. Youngsters, forgive them. It's okay. If they will not make mistake, then who will make mistake? Not only forgive, but forget also. See, friends. But main thing you are not telling. Husband and wife. That is the simplest one. When the wife is talking, husband should keep his mouth shut. And when she is not talking, he should keep his mouth shut. There will be peace that passeth beyond all understanding. See. And therefore, after having told so many things to Arjun, Bhagwan Sri Krishna told very clearly. He did not say, did you get the knowledge? No, he didn't ask this question. His question was, Kachit etam shrutam partha tvaya ekagrena chetasa. Hey Arjun, did you listen carefully? Then he says, Vimrushya etad asheshena. I told you. Now you analyze your own way of life. Think over it. And yatechasi tatha kuru. You decide. I won't tell you whether you should get married or not. You decide. See, friends. Therefore, Bhagavad-Gita study is essential for us to live our day-to-day life. Bhagavad-Gita was not told like Bhagavatam on the banks of Gangaji and all frustrated fellows waiting for the death on the 8th day. So Bhagavad is read or heard for dying. Bhagavad-Gita is heard for living. Wow, we didn't know that. Fir maro. How to live. See? Live every moment of life 100%. Like you are here now. Here, place. Now, time. In what? In satsanga. As what? Satsangi. So remain only as a satsangi. Now this technique we have to practice in every activity of our life. But what happens when we are driving the car, we are discussing something and takak. See? One thing at a time. Slowly, slowly, you will come to know that we are the culprit for all the problems of our life. And the problem is, we have taken care of everything. Such a beautiful house, so nice, different color pattern. You get confused where to look and all that, and beautiful everything. Furniture is good. Cooking, I don't know. See, everything is goody-goody. We take care of our uniform, new design, and see. New, what you call that, jean has come in the market. With jari ki jean. Latest. See? All that is required, very good. We take care of our food, organic. Till date I have not understood what is organic food. See? But I have understood one thing, organic salt. Do you know organic salt? You go to our Mumbai and Chowpatty. They prepare that bhel, something like that. And the top up is with this. It's organic salt. Okay. So we take care of our dressing, our house, our everything, food, everything. But what care we have taken of our mind? For us, we think, because there are thoughts in the mind, we are thinkers. No. Because there are trees and plants, that doesn't mean it is a garden. It could be a jungle also. And when we go to the jungle or forest, we are not secure, we are not happy, we want to run away. But when we go to the garden, we enjoy. Both the places vegetation. Difference is, in case of the forest, there is no discipline in the growth of the vegetation. Any tree growing anywhere, anyway. In the gardens, every tree is selected, planted at proper distance, and therefore unwanted things are culled, weed out, and then you feel good in the garden. Now go within. Whether our mind is a forest or a garden. Think. If it is a forest, a poultry farm. Okay. And if it is a garden, fragrance, cheer, happiness. So how we convert the forest into a garden? By selecting the trees, by keeping them at a proper distance, by pruning, by irrigation. See? In the same manner, hold on to the plantation of positivity, love, understanding, proper thinking. And this is what is the source our Bhagavad-Gita gives us. Therefore, friends, why we should study Bhagavad-Gita is not that we are going to give a certificate to Bhagavad. Our Bhagavad-Gita is the best book in the world. You know, there are maximum commentaries only on Bhagavad-Gita. Are you giving a certificate to Bhagavan Krishna? We have to practice it in our life. Give it a try and be happy. Don't give it a try. Continue to be yathechasi tatha kuru. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.